What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're discussing what is time, what is a moment really consist of, and how it connects to triggers. Here we go. Piece of the puzzle.
Time. You can't press rewind. Time.
What's up, guys? Piece of the puzzle here. Hope this piece gives you peace. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We're going to discuss what is time. But first, know that Piece of Puzzle is a channel that's for you to have a better relationship with the Father, to give you different pieces of revelations and insight so you can have a better relationship with the Father. This is understanding of God and people. Please understand that we all need something from each other to give us pieces to have a better understanding of what we see. Clear picture. Piece of the puzzle, clear. You ever put a puzzle together? So every time we get on here, I want to give you opportunities to grow. And we're going to discuss something that has been incredibly taking us, really stealing a lot of our time, making us feel discouraged. It affects us every day on how you perceive. And we really need to understand what is time. And if you watch the videos and that's it, then you will understand that time is just the illusion of what we think, and truthfully it's just a measuring stick. It's just an organizing file cabinet of memories placed in order for working together. Let things be done in order and decency, how the scripture says. And if you go back to Genesis, how Genesis says he made the stars and the bigger star and the smaller light and the bigger, all for seasons, for beacons, and for days, and how we can understand is how we can work together in organized time, because erasing time is nothing but a big now. There's no past, present, future. There's only now. Okay, so we're going to go into what is a trigger. So God does not use time to heal. God does not use time to heal. And just because something happened a long time ago or even yesterday, don't think, oh, it's past. Let go of the past. No. So this is going to make it help us understand how to deal with moments. A lot of people have been neglecting the moments, which is holding on to the moment or being stuck in a moment, and you never grew, which is going to connect to what is a trigger. God does not use time to heal, because time doesn't heal. Time doesn't do anything. It just measure progress. It only lets you know when something happened connected to another situation and what happened in between time, or what did not happen in between time, whatever you want to look at it. All right. It's amazing how time passing makes you over something, because how long it happened. But then we use the word trigger. You hear a word, you smell, you see something, you say something, someone does something very familiar, and you get triggered. It takes you, what we say, back. It makes you not just remember. See, it's one thing to see, smell, taste, and experience something that causes a memory, and you're like, oh, I remember when. I'm not talking about that. Triggers is you not only remember, but it's you right back in that same situation. You know what I'm saying? And because triggers are really an indication that you're still in the moment of that situation and you never grew out of it. You still get triggered. You need still deal with that situation. You never grew out of that situation. You've been ignoring it. You've been avoiding it. You've been neglecting it, but you are not dealing with it. Thus, you're not growing. It's amazing how this is preventing you from actually experiencing a life you supposed to have. Not growing out of a moment means you haven't grown. Lack of growth is lack of maturity. And if you lack maturity, then you are immature and where you're supposed to be in life. And you wonder why you don't have what you think you should have at this time you think you should have it. Because it's not about how old you are. It's about how far did you grow from moment to moment to moment. Triggers is nothing but a reminder that you never left. So let's say it's delusional to say it took me back. You never left. So everything is according to your faith. Do not care how old your kids are. You can still have your moments and father-son and relationships. I don't care what situation happened. Let me give you, I think I said on here before, but let me go ahead and give you a testimony about me and my son. Like I said before, me and my son, we had a moment where, and not just my son, my sons, whatever I did not do when they were smaller, I reenacted the situation, and guess what? We found ourselves feeling fulfilled. We found ourselves like it felt complete. It felt like something was missing. Now it's no longer missing. It's amazing what you can do. Some of y'all didn't go to your prom. You ever thought about recreating a prom and just having your own prom? Get a bunch of adults together and say, hey, let's redo our prom. And whoever you're with, married, or even going out with, you could go to the prom with them and relive the prom and get what you didn't get out of it. We could do that with a lot of things. Just because you are here don't mean you don't deal with that. You're still dealing with it. So the further you don't accept the fact that you're there, it's just going to stick with you. If you are willing to accept that, then that's what you're willing to accept. It is what it is. But you do not have to stay there. If you deliberately and take the intentionality, like intentions have been ringing in my ear for I don't know how long. Be intentional about dealing with something on how to deal with it. What are you upset about? What conversation you need to have with someone you never had? What were you supposed to experience you never experienced? Most of y'all men didn't have dads, and you could still, I don't care if you're 40, go talk to someone that's sensible and spiritual that's 70 and make him like a dad. Find someone, distant mentor, my pastor called it. Find someone that you can follow that gives you dad vibes so they can start filling those gaps, because there's a lot of men out here that you're missing certain backbones, because there's certain things a man needed from a father to make the man you are supposed to be today. So you still can be the man. Just go back to the boy, or recognize you're still that boy that need to get father's love and fulfill that boy, so you can now grow into the man that you are today. One thing for sure, this one thing I feel like Facebook did that messed up a lot of. Some of y'all grew and should keep growing and move on. But because you have not grown out of your relationship, because you have not grown from your neighborhood, and because you're not really living, when Facebook happened and as people got on Facebook, some of you and a lot of you reconnected with people because you remember what it used to be in high school or middle school, and you went right back connecting to something familiar, and you became that child again from high school, and you staying stuck there. Sometimes, most times, relationships end. Facebook stopped a lot of y'all from growing, and a lot of people you connected with, you are trying to not relive out of the moment. You're trying to stay in that moment, and you need to get out of that moment. Yeah, I said it, and that's what I'm talking about. Whatever. So let's keep going on. Because of time is misused or misunderstood, it has become a distraction and a discouragement. You feel like you're too old. You feel like you're too young. See, some of y'all put y'all age on something and then you make a judgment call. Time is a ruler, not a ruler. It doesn't judge on what you should do. It just keeping record of what you have done in a matter of recording. That's it. And some of y'all need to not worry about your age and stop looking at what you physically look like. You need to look at what God put in you so you can live out your life that you were supposed to have. Have you not seen about successful businesses and people that started things late, and yet it was the one thing they should have always did? And just because you are starting late, ain't no late. It's still here. It's the same moment. Don't let what you see in the mirror cause you to be delusional and discouraged about what you should do and what you shouldn't do. All right? So, renewing the mind. Time is just a measuring stick of progress, so you can judge correctly about you. So, let's just say two people had $10,000, right? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Depends, right? Okay. Say one person that's 15 years old had $10,000. You'd be like, oh man, that's great. Okay. Let there be a person that's 50 years old and $10,000. See how the time made you relook at the person that had $10,000? Okay. Time frame gives a perception to judge progress. If you took away time, then you wouldn't know. Like I said before, how many times you spent somewhere and you ain't know how much time passed? How many times you saw somebody and they looked like they was 30 and they really was like, no, I'm 23. If you took away time, if you did not measure nothing, you couldn't, it'd be harder to judge a situation based upon progress and things going from moment to moment, right? So it gives you a perception to judge. Say there is no difference between a 15-year-old and a 15-year-old. It's only now. They are both in the same moment. They both got $10,000. They both are a person. Thus, they both are in the same moment. But the one thing that makes them different is one is 15 years of rotation of being here, and the other one being here for 50 rotation, right? But the illusion, the real situation is the moment of progress. Whatever that child did to get 10,000 at 15, whatever that 50-year-old did or did not do to get 10,000, they both did the same moment. It's just now we can judge the moment based upon time frame. But if you take off time, there's no difference between the two people. Because if I met somebody, what if the 20-year-old looked like he was 30? And what if I met somebody 40 and they looked like they was 30? Some people that's young look old and some people old look young. And they both had $10,000. How would you judge them both? The same? But now, if I told you reality, no, he's 20 and he's 40. Oh, shoot. Then you relook at that person having $10,000 versus that person having $10,000. So look, you have been looking at yourself the same way. You look at what you have, what you got, what you don't got. You look at what you have. That's why some men have what we call a midlife crisis. Even women too. You get the middle of your life and then you react to what I should be at this time. It's a judgment. It's only to help you judge. And because of a midlife crisis, see how they make it they stress it's a crisis? It's not a crisis. It's a midlife judgment. You are reevaluating yourself. You're reevaluating where I should be. But if you take away the years of living, you wouldn't even care. But you should care. All right. So if you were to change time into progress, how old would you be? Yeah. All the things you've been through, moments. How old would you be? If you only progressed seed in 10 moments, you will be 10 moments old. But what if someone that actually being effective and working life how it's supposed to be, whatever. Then you look at them like, man, they 50 moments old. See that? Now let's look at the moments of your life. How old are you? I'm 40. How old am I really based on the progress of me being successful and growing out of my moment? See how that put a different perspective on, oh man, an urgency that I should handle something different. Not looking at I'm too old in years. No, but I'm still responsible for the moment. See how differently that feels? Some of y'all look at your marriage and say like, me, we've been married 25 years. Okay. And another married person be married for 5 years. And y'all put well, just y'all new. Or because y'all 50, you start losing track. You start losing enthusiasm. You start losing, and you let the length of the marriage lose the enthusiasm or the optimistic feeling of how you treat the marriage. But those that are new, because they knew, oh, y'all just, look how y'all just, the older married couples discourage the new, like, wait till you go through life. You going, well, yeah, y'all just young now. No. See how time is messing up your life? See how time is discouraging you from doing things even the more? As far as I'm concerned, why life is not getting better? Why when it comes to money, your money should get better? Why when it comes to a house, your house over time, you just bought it this way, over time, working on certain rooms, if I see you getting 15 years, your house should be looking even better. Why when it comes to you getting a job, if you was there for first year but not come back, you should be like, why you getting no progress? Why you didn't go after promotions, this and third, whatever? Why you always judge it to be better? But yet when it comes to relationships, even you and your friends, you get close to somebody, this and third, whatever, you put a judgment on it of a time frame measuring stick on it, man, you could see the growth of, man, that's my man, this and third, whatever. Friends even become more enthusiastic. They keep the same energy. But yet, couples, as you grow, it get less. See what I'm talking about? Misunderstanding time has basically having you experience life negatively. You got to look at the moment. It's not about the time. It's about the moment. Make every moment count. It's about when you are in the now. You ever been somewhere but wasn't present? Your mind was somewhere else? That's why Jesus says, let tomorrow care for itself. Be here today. Jesus said tomorrow, then why would he's telling you, stop looking at expectations of things. It don't mean don't plan, because even the Bible talks about have a plan. Even God said I have a plan for you to prosper. He even say that I have a future that's good. But that's just letting you know something's coming. A moment you should experience. But they're talking about the progression of what you're going to experience. But he wants you to understand, if you don't get the present today, there's no future to worry about. So, I got one more video coming next week, and that's it. Time does not matter, but only should be used to measure progress. This has been Piece to the Puzzle, and I hope this piece give you peace. Peace.
Time.